How you doing? It's Lawrence with Priority Carpet Cleaning, and we're here with another great long-time client, and she's just going to give a quick testimonial about our work.
Hi, I'm Rosemary, the CEO and founder of the Rosemary's Babies Company, and we have been using Priority Cleaning for about 3 years. They come in every quarter to maintain our furniture and our carpets and our mats in order to keep our organization healthy and cleaner. We have always appreciated his excellent customer service and the quality work that he does at an affordable price, even for small businesses and nonprofits. So definitely reach out because he treats you as top priority because it is priority cleaning.
All right, peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. We got another episode on the Jeremiah 29 Foundation podcast. Today we bringing in a big treat. You see the title, you see what's about to happen. We about to talk about carpet cleaning and how you can make a killing on the carpet cleaning business. This guy been in the business for many, many years, and you can get all type of gems from him. So without further ado, I'm bringing in my good brother, Lawrence Jones. How's it going, Mr. Lawrence?
It's going great, my brother. How are you doing today?
Oh, man, can't complain, man. Blessed, man, blessed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, so I wanna basically get the people, knowing who you are, get your basically your story of what got you into the business and things of that nature. So I mean, I'm gonna tell how I met you. I first met him. I had an apartment out in Mount Airy, and the guy came. I had all type of stuff going on with my carpet and stuff like that. So I reached out to the brother, man. He got my carpet brand new. But the thing about it is, it really got me intrigued with this brother is his knowledge on one, his business, and not only that, his knowledge on the black community. So this brother was a pioneer in what got me into wanting to do something like this. As a matter of fact, he actually introduced me to a investment group, starting out. So the main thing is I want the people to know about one, your investment group that you started, and two, what got you into what you're doing with the carpet cleaning business.
Okay. Well, first off, man, thank you, my brother, for, having me on your platform. I really appreciate the invite and you allowing me a space to share some of my story. Um, so just briefly on carpet, I've been doing carpet for about 10 years independently, about 18 years altogether. I used to work for a company, a pretty big outfit here in Cincinnati. And, I would uh, meet a lot of different people. And in meeting a lot of different people, the conversations, ranged in a variety of things. When, I like to talk about money. So if I'm in somebody's home and they're comfortable with that, we're going to have a money conversation. Right. Because sometimes you get to be in homes where people got a lot of money. And if they're comfortable around you, you can have a real good conversation. So that may have been one of the things that opened my eyes to starting an investment group. Really, I see a lot of issues within the brown community. just for the record, I always address myself as a brown person, copper person, bronze, one of those. I really don't call myself black, but it's synonymous for argument's sake. So in the brown community, you don't see a lot of investments as investment groups. People will invest and popularize things. However, they won't invest in other things that may not be popular, however, that are still profitable. So I always ask a lot of people when I have an idea about something, and I was fortunate enough to get, 3 brothers to join me on the investment journey. It was my first time putting together an investment group like that, and it definitely has its ups and downs. However, the investments are still out there, right? So what we've come to find out is that the investments that were made were actually more long-term investments than sort of short-term, which it was just a part of growing. I'm still learning. However, when I see and feel that there is a void, my third ask, starts beaming, and I start thinking like, hey, if that's the void I believe I can feel, then I will go for it. And I went for that with the investment. Prior to investing, I was, years ago, just kind of not really knowing what direction I wanted to head into. I got an opportunity from a good buddy of mine to come clean carpet. He told me how much money you could make at that. I mean, like I said, I'm going back 18 years at this point. He said, hey, man, you can make $1,000 a week. Right? I'm going back 18 years. So I'm like, bro, you can't $1,000 a week cleaning carpet. I'm like, I'm gonna do it for $1,000 a week. Right? So he extended that offer. I was still working at a place. I wound up getting laid off. A year later, I said, hey, is that offer still on the table? He was like, come on through. Came on through. He walked me in the door. I didn't even put in the application because people know if you're a fit for this type of job. So I filled out an application later, for the record. However, I learned the business. I was good at it. I'm good in communicating. I have great conversations, so I would talk to people for hours in the house about everything you can imagine, and just building up my knowledge base. And people started to tell me that if I ever started my own thing, to let them know, because they would follow me. Right. So I'm like, all right. So that was about 4 years in. The last 4 years of me working for that company, I started saving customers' information, right? Which, of course, a business would say they wouldn't want you to do that. However, that's how a lot of businesses, in honesty, get started. They build relationships with people, and the people are like, hey, I like you. I like your work. If you start your own thing, I'm going to continue to be your customer. And that's what happened for me. I had me a base while I was at my previous company. I saved a lot in my 401k. So me saving a lot of my 401k was the funding that I used to purchase a carpet cleaning truck, a good one, a just about new one at that moment. And I was off and running. I had me a good truck. I had me some great customers to start with, and my business has always just spread by word of mouth. And I've been 10 years in the game. Yes, sir.
So I got a question. If anybody was to basically get started into the carpet cleaning business, what would you point them into, like what direction? You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people when it comes to certain businesses or whatever, they'll be like, okay, well, I see him jumping into it. How do I know if this was my lane, and how would I start off by doing it? Do you advise them just working for a carpet cleaning person first, or do you think that somebody could come straight off the street and get into a business like this?
You can do both. You can come straight off the street. You can, I mean, you got YouTube, to be honest with you. However, hands-on is going to typically be the best, because there's only so much that you can learn. I believe experience is the best teacher.
Mhm.
However, you can, you can, it's not rocket science. It's just more consistency and putting some skill to it. I mean, it's cleaning, so you gotta understand this type of cleaning as opposed to another type of cleaning. So um, there are carpet cleaning classes that you can take. There are there are companies that you can work for, uh, whether that be major companies or independent. I believe in you got to put some time in. You got to put your 10,000 hours in, and that that's more hypothetical. However, you
Right.
just have to put some work in. You got to have some skin in the game. So you could, I mean, you can buy anything. They'll sell you the equipment. However, do you know how to use it? Do you know how to maintain the equipment? As opposed to just buying it and saying, "Hey, I'm just going to start, cleaning," which that is an option, and that may be the correct way for someone. Someone else may need to work for a company before they decide if that's what they want to do or not. Some people may just take a carpet cleaning class because they need to be in a classroom setting.
Right.
So it all depends on the person. So thankfully, there are a number of different options. It just depends on the person. However, you don't have to spend a ton of money in this industry to get educated. It's more time that you would have to give up as opposed to a bunch of money.
That's good, and that's one of the things that when I was speaking to the brother Shannon from when I interviewed him from the Rockstone University, I was looking in the ways that brothers that's off the street that they might not had a good chance in school and all these different adventures and ventures and basically looking for a way out, right? So
Mhm.
I'm looking at what could be the most lucrative businesses that they can get into coming out of the streets, coming out, from not having the best education and getting into something that, might not take that much of time to learn where they can make a great living, you know. And that's what I was taught thinking like maybe, you know, the classes, like you might be able to start it or link up with a school or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I think that that's the best move for us getting into like these classes, the short term, and being able to immediately hit the ball running.
Exactly. And big ups to Shannon. We've talked about me holding some carpet cleaning classes, and see now I would do classroom and in-home experience on the job training, and I would show somebody this is what you need to do to be successful and to get you some money out of the carpet cleaning game. I ain't gonna string you along, make you pay some dues. Hey, you'll pay dues no matter what. You do this long enough, you'll pay some dues. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I'm not gonna be the one to, put you through some particular weird, training or something because I deem it necessary. No, I'm gonna be upfront, honest, This is what you need to do. This is the equipment that you're going to need. These are the products that you would need. And then this is, a way to go about getting customers and building your business up.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
I agree with
how
that.
much you think like would one need to save up to get started into the business?
I would say, save up about maybe $3,000 to $5,000, and you need you a vehicle. And you would need a vehicle that would be big enough to hold a portable unit. So you have to do some measurements. So maybe that means you need a van, or maybe you need an SUV or a truck. So I have a truck mounted steam cleaning van.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Chevy van that's been modified for my carpet cleaning business. That is, I mean, now to get one of those trucks brand new. The last time I talked to Butler, who was my preferred vendor, they won about $90,000. Now that's brand new. You can find used ones. However, you at risk now, because you never know how the previous owner treated that particular carpet cleaning van, right? So I'll just give you an example. So in order to get started, you just need to get you a portable, which is a small version. The portables do a good job. It's just more steps. You got to bring it into the home. With the truck mounted, I can run a hose from my truck into the home. With a portable, you have to bring it in. Well, with a portable, you're going to have to constantly move it, to and fro in each room or each area that you go into. You can't have a super long hose because you're going to lose suction. You see?
Right.
So you can still do it because you can get in a home and, say some companies will charge $99, as a minimum price point.
Right.
And that may get you 3 rooms. Some people may do 4 rooms, so on and so forth. Well, you might be able to make that $99 in an hour and a half. You see what I'm saying?
99 in an hour, man. That's
And an hour,
that's what
right?
people. Hey, that's what people make in a day, working at
That's
a
what I was
9
gonna
to
say.
5.
So if you somebody who you only made $15 an hour your whole life, and you like, man, all I got to do is do one job, and I can make me over $100, and I already got my chemicals, I got all my equipment, all I need is some water.
Right.
That's it. That's my only. I only have to pay for my travel to get here. Everything else is pure profit.
Mm.
You got people now. Imagine if you're doing 2 jobs a day.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Imagine if you doing a job and they want the carpet clean and the furniture clean, and
Right.
and clean all the front. You see what I'm saying? You might be
Yeah.
in somebody's house all day and walk out with $500, $600, $700 in one day.
Man.
That's a deal. So it don't.
Yeah.
So it's going to be easier for me doing it with a truck mounted. However, if I got a portable and I'm about to sit in your house all day, I don't care.
Right.
I'm sitting in your house all day and clean everything you point at for that $600, $700.
Hey. That's what's up.
Yep. Cash at me, Zelle me. Yep.
So I was gonna ask, what do you think would be like are the most lucrative jobs to do when you're doing the carpet cleaning business? Like, what will yield the most profit in doing that type of business?
What will yield the most profit would be doing a more hard surface as opposed to carpet. So in carpet, it would be purely the square footage. The bigger the area, the higher the profit. So one of my accounts, Main Event is like a 10,000 square foot building.
Dang.
Out in Westchester. That's gonna be a much higher price point because I'm doing so much more carpet. Right. Now, if I'm doing a hard surface, like say I'm stripping and waxing, because those are other skills that I picked up, I can clean tile and grout, stone flooring, hardwood flooring, I can clean. Those jobs are at a different price point, a higher price point, because I'm using more skill set and there are more steps to cleaning those types of surfaces, you see. So with carpet, you make more money with the larger the area. With hard surfaces, you're going to make more money just because the surface is different and there are more steps to cleaning that type of surface.
All right, so since we talked about the money part, what's the most challenging part? Now, we got to always bring some of the, good with the bad. So, what I mean? What would you say with the carpet cleaning business? What would somebody look out for if they was in a business like that? What would be you would say, this is probably one of my challenges in running a carpet cleaning business?
Okay, so major challenges would be, it's only so much time in a day in terms of you have to get certain systems down. However, I've found that you always have to reach out to your customers. It's one thing to just set up, and this is my business, and I'll explain to you why I take the approach that I take. I, like the lady Rosemary, big ups to Rosemary, who gave her testimonial in the opening. I do treat people as a priority, and I befriend them and I treat them very well. My desire is to always give great customer service. So with that, it's very personable, and what I'm saying is that I'm able to sustain my business because I keep in contact with my customers. I have to reach out to them. Right. So that can be challenging when I've been working since 8 a.m. and you get off and I'm doing work that's going to make me tired. I still got other things I got to do. However, I still have to make some space to reach out to my customers. That is the most challenging for me, because I have set up services that will automatically, reach out and so on and so forth. However, when I do it personally, that personal touch yields better results. So when I think about my customer base, right? When I reach out and I contact my customer base, they respond back to me. If I take too long reaching out, they it's like anything. It's like a commercial. They may kind of forget about me a little bit. They ain't entirely forgot about me because their carpets may not be screaming, call Lawrence.
Right.
Right. However, I'm supposed to still be doing my due diligence and reaching out to my clients.
I think that's deep that you said that too, because I think a lot of businesses stray away from doing the footwork and marketing, because I think like everybody just want to sit back, and that's even my problem. Like the whole sitting back and just waiting for that phone call when, the business should also take that initiative and actually reach out to the customers, even the prior, the customers that you had, you know what I mean? So it's like that right
Man.
there, man, that's the work.
Yeah,
That's the
let me
work
tell
of it.
you, brother. Let me tell you how real what I'm saying is, and even for you, who however many customers you get, I promise you, if you call them customers once a month, twice a
Mm,
month, 3 months, whatever you have told them, and you can schedule it in your text to reach out to them. That's what I've been doing lately.
right.
I could buy a service to do it. I'm like, it's already built into my phone. It's not on iPhones, I don't believe it's on an Android. But I can
Mm,
schedule a text to go out 6 months after I just cleaned this person's house.
right.
Cake signed, sealed, and delivered. I don't have to worry about it no more. It's going to populate, and then I'm going to see it, and then I can start the conversation again. So I can start doing repeat business with them.
Mm,
When you think about locally, Frisch's, right?
right.
They said Frisch's went out of business because they're not generating enough money. What type of customer base you think Frisch's got? Millions probably of customers.
Right.
Millions. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't pick up the phone and call their customers and say, "Hi, it's such and such from Frisch's. We having a sale on apple pie and Frisch's Big Bird, Big Boys, and free salad bar. When you come down to Frisch's, if they did that, I'm telling you, they would still be in business. It's no doubt in my mind because the
Right.
numbers are too high. It's already a proven statistic. If you reach out to your customers, but they didn't do that. You know what they rely on?
Right.
Social media.
Yeah.
However, you got the customers. You don't have to search. These
Man.
are these are old customers. These are customers that are already yours. All you got to do is just wave at them, tell them they pretty. You know what I'm saying? Tell them how good they look. You beautiful. Kiss a baby. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So a Fresh is what millions of customers didn't do it and they out of business. And I'm telling you, it is my belief a lot of these businesses who go out of business, they refuse to do it. And I know why they refuse to do it because it's time consuming.
Right.
You are gonna have to sit down for an hour at minimum to maybe personally do that. But however, if you got a staff, it's different, right?
Right.
That's my I can't prove that. That's just and maybe Frisch's is a really big example. You know, they may have pardon me, they may have other underlying factors. However, every year locally they put out a list of all of the restaurants that go out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these restaurants have received a lot more funding than I have received ever. And I'm like,
Mm,
I know y'all got customers. People pay by credit card. Y'all got text messaging systems. I know y'all have these people's phone numbers, and they don't reach out to their customers.
well.
And the customers say, "Okay, well, don't we all do that? Oh, you ain't gonna say nothing to me. You ain't gonna act like you ain't gonna tell me I'm pretty. Okay."
Do you think that come from social media and sport everybody? Do you think
Yeah,
that when it comes to
it's an
business?
illusion. So social media is an illusion because anybody can create a persona and say, "Look at me, look how successful I'm in." You don't got no proof of it. They're just
Right.
saying it. You
Right.
don't know. It's a gamble. You don't know if they've really made any money. You don't know if they've doctored any documents and they just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? You can't prove it.
Right.
It'll entice you, and maybe at some point, if they get enough people enticed, they'll reach that goal. But I see people all the time like, where did y'all get y'all money from to do this? Like no backstory, just all of a sudden just rich for no reason. I'm like, man,
Right.
that's not. No, I live in the real world. That's not. It don't work like that. You're not just rich for no reason. Where did you get the money from to do business?
Right.
You know, because it don't add up to me. Yeah, social media. I've invested money in social media. It doesn't mean your money. Just because you get some money to a Facebook or a IG or a YouTube, it don't mean that it's going to translate into dollars and sales. You still got to work it. Well,
That's
if
right.
you're working it and you already got the person's number, just call the person directly.
Yeah, that's deep.
You see what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Like, if I got your number, why I'm gonna reach out to you on social media? I'm gonna just text you up
Right.
directly. Simple.
Man, I think that's really when it comes to business. And that is shooting. I'm basically taking the gems myself because in truth, it's like I've lost it, and most businesses probably lost it, that human to human act, interaction. Because most times, like you said, we hide behind social media. We drop a post here and there, but we won't, like you said, reach back out. Even with I see a lot of even emails, people will email you, send you texts, and all of that all the time. It's like that's what I'm learning. That's the real work of the business. Like that's what make any business successful. Like it's that interaction with the customers on a regular basis. Like
Yeah, that's all. That's all, my brother. If you reach out to your customer, it's very simple. It goes something like this. Hey, just reaching out to you. I know we last talked about doing XYZ or getting back on the schedule. Is now a good time, or would you like me to reach out later? They're going to either say, yes, put me on a schedule. I do need that done. You right. It's been 2 months, 6 months, a year, whatever the case may be. Or no, hit me up later. Okay. Is it okay if I hit you up in 1 month or 2 months? Hit me up in 2 months. You go to your phone, you type a text message and schedule it to go to that customer and say, hey, this is me. I'm reaching out to you again. You told me to contact you in a couple months in regard to XYZ. I just want to see if now would be a good time to get you on a schedule for that, or would you like me to? And you just keep repeating that
right,
until they are ready. Some people may have the money. Some people may need a little bit of time to get the money. Some people may want to do something and they're excited about it. They really want to do it a few months later. And some people are like, hey, I got the money. It's burning a hole in my pocket. It's tax season. Can you come? Man, I need you to come in 2 days to get this money or it's going to be gone. You see what
right.
I'm saying? But you reach out to them and you were able to get an answer so that you can calculate your next move and building a relationship with the customer. Simple.
So what's your thoughts on even networking on the level of like how you had the investment group? Do you think that can help boost businesses and finding more customers and things of that nature? Like, did that ever help like your carpet cleaning business? After you done started the investment group and things that are linked with different other businesses.
Yeah. Again, here's another tip. If you get you some business cards, everybody is in your network. I don't
Right,
believe that I have to go to a special meeting, on a particular date and time. That that does not guarantee that you're going to walk out of there with some big business. You
right.
can just go on Home Depot. I can be cleaning in a building and somebody who lives in the building comes in the building and I speak to them and say, hey, here's my business card. I don't know who that person is. They may be a CEO of a company. They may be whoever. They may just, work at the Target. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me. If I can
Right.
get you as a customer, that's my ultimate goal. So as long as you got business cards and you are willing to pass them out consistently, that's another numbers game. Um, do I believe that networking events and things? Yes, it's all relative.
Right.
Can I say that in my experience, um, I've did like a substantial amount of money, not any more money than just somebody's, family member who, has a church, or they manage a building, and it's like, hey, I know a guy that cleans carpet. Not any more than that. It's just being out there long enough and asking for referrals and just doing a good job. People will spread your name, all over, and they'll spread it to their family members. And if I can take one person, the next thing you know, I'm doing 10 of their family members. That's good networking. I won. I didn't have to go. I just had to go in someone's home. I didn't have to go into, a meeting at this time in order to get, because I can go to a meeting and it don't mean I'm gonna walk out with 10 customers, even if we're all networking. Right. A lot of times people just passing out business cards.
So
you see?
So basically, how do you balance being a self-employed entrepreneur and balancing marketing at the same time? Like, how much hours in a day, or how much time do you spend doing the marketing overall? Like in a day, like what do your days look like on a regular basis as a carpet cleaning business?
So my days look like I'm marketing throughout the day. So I'm always collecting footage, and I may spend some time during the day if I'm not really busy, or maybe towards the end of the day. And if I have enough footage, then I'll schedule posts on, Instagram or on Facebook, or I'll schedule posts to go out to my customers, at a predetermined time, or moment. So, I'm up early cleaning carpet. My first job may typically start at 8 a.m. And at that moment, I'm marketing. I may record a carpet. I'll do before and after pictures. I may get me a quick video here and there. So the first part of my marketing would be more digital. Okay. And that's what would, I would gather some of that throughout the day. I'm not dedicating throughout my work day, 2-3 hours of marketing. These are things I'm getting in quick, 5 and 10 minute, sort of situations. And then at the end of the day, or when I get a break, perhaps during the day, then I will schedule some posts or send some posts out. So marketing in any given day, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. However, the hard part is when I have to spend an extra hour to sit down and send texts and emails and phone calls to people, because that will take a little bit more of my day to do that, because now I'm going to be responding to people. People are going to call me. I have to have conversations. So at minimum 30 minutes to an hour, at most, maybe 2 to 3 hours on a really good day. And if I do spend 2 to 3 hours marketing, it is going to be a really good day. That's just the proof that I have experienced.
Okay. So basically, from moving forward from here, the things that when running a carpet cleaning business is main thing is word of mouth. Main thing is marketing. Just for the most part, just giving great customer service. So, how do you look at something? Say if somebody want to take it to the next level, have you ever thought about like employees or things of that nature? Would you advise somebody to get somebody to work for you? How would that work?
Yeah, so I've had employees before, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on the goals of the company. If someone has goals to, really take it to the next level, then they would have to, put some things in place in order to, to get enough employees and get enough business. I would say that it would be beneficial if you are looking to have more employees, um, full-time employees. You're going to want to get some contracts. You're going to want to get you some big contracts in order to afford that, because you're going to have the equipment and the necessary insurance, bonding, and then you're going to want to be able to train, the employees, properly, because, you're on the hook for that contract. So someone has to show up and do the job. So you want to make sure you got um, a well put together staff in order to accomplish that. Um, so I'm all in favor of that. I found a nice space that works for me and allows me a particular level of freedom, which is why I started my own business and went on the journey of becoming an entrepreneur. I wanted more freedom,
Right.
and to be able to make a good living, and to be able to have health. This is
Right.
the type of industry, this will be listed in the construction field. So a lot of people do this type of work, and I've seen them break their bodies down,
Mm.
right? Because when you're younger, you Superman. You'll lift anything. Give me that, throwing the couch over the other side of the room, no big deal.
Throwing
You
the couch.
know? Yeah, then you get, as everything keeps going, man, you start bending a little bit more. Like, hold on, let me put some coasters underneath this couch and slide it. You know, so you start thinking about this type of stuff as you get older. And for me, because I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, I have found me a nice space where um, I make the money that I desire to make. I have my health and my strength, and I'm not in any aches and pains.
Man,
And I have my freedom. I get to create my own schedule. So I can put a bunch of jobs on a schedule, or I can not, because I may want to, do something else with my day. So that's all, I've earned the right to do that. I've been in business, 10 on my own. I've been doing this all together close to 20 years. I've earned the right, and that's how I choose to run my business and enjoy my life simultaneously.
man, that's a blessing too, man. I was just thinking about that. Sometimes peace is better than the whole trying to scale and be the biggest thing moving, because I seen this one thing. They had Andrew Carnegie and Rockefeller was like the richest man at the time, and Andrew Carnegie was the second richest. But they said that Rockefeller lost all his hair. He said, man, he said if anybody knew what it was to like to be trying to be the richest man in the world, right? He said that Andrew Carnegie said I was cool on just being the second man because I wanted my peace more than the money. You know what I mean? So I think really that's the whole part of owning your own business is the overall peace and comfortability of it. You know what I mean? So I was
And,
going to ask you, even with, do you think that even when it comes to females, do you think that this would be a business that they can get into as well?
absolutely, absolutely. There is there's some sisters here locally. I can't think of the name, but there's a sister here locally. She cleans carpet. She's got her own thing. There's a sister I follow on Instagram out of Atlanta. She has her own outfit. So yeah, this isn't something that um, is just male dominated. We've got a lot of. I don't try to do anything to hurt my back or do the Superman stuff anymore. So I
Right.
mean, you as a woman, absolutely. There are women that I've had women work with me on my route. So yeah, I've had several women, work with me, come on jobs, and do the exact work, that I'm doing. So yeah, it's not just a only for men. It's a tough job. So no matter who you are, this has to be something that you want to do.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's one thing that I try to look for too, is things that everybody can get into. You know what I mean? Because when we, the economy and things of that. I was going to ask you about that, moving forward in the economy and the way things are going with inflation and things like that. Uh, uh, a side hustle is like a must now. You know what I mean? It is not even a thing like, oh, I should or shouldn't get a side hustle. It's like it's getting to the point to where if you want to walk into Kroger's and walk out with some food, you're gonna have a side hustle with that 9 to 5. So
Mhm.
that's what I was thinking. Like, even if somebody didn't even want to make this a legitimate business, do you think that this would be just even a good little side hustle to maybe do a few times out the week? Would it be able to pay some bills? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's why I said start out with a portable, because you can get a portable for. I mean, you can get something for $1,000. You might find a used one here and there. However, you can get a decent one, for 2 to 3 thousand.
mhm.
And I mentioned 5,000 earlier in the video, because you can get a lot more equipment. Some little things that will help ease your jobs. Um, However, you got a portable again. Everybody got people in their phone, family members who got homes and they got carpet and furniture.
Right,
So I'm a carpet cleaner. However, I do a lot of furniture also,
right,
right? Well, if you got you know, 3, 4 people a week that needed, some carpet cleaning, some furniture done, hey, that could easily be $400, maybe up to 800. Maybe you stretch it into $1,000.
mm. Yeah, you can't
Now, if
beat that.
you stretch it to $1,000, it ain't even a side hustle no more. It's a real job. That's $1,000 a week,
Man.
right? And if you really doing something, you can put all your jobs on a Saturday or Sunday. Now, what happens when you doing 5 jobs on a Saturday when everybody off work and you can be in
Right.
their house cleaning and doing everything? You mess around, make $1,000 in one day. You see what I'm saying? So
Man.
I hear what you're saying, and I'm very fortunate that I can maintain my life and my family with just having one source of income. I do understand that it's a lot of people, they got to have 2 and 3 incomes, and I'm very thankful. I just made a post,
Mhm.
let people know, like, hey, I appreciate my customers. I'm very, very thankful, to be in a position I'm in.
Right. All right. So we winding down to the last 10 minutes of the interview. I wanted to see where do you see Lawrence Jones in the next 10 years via business or any type of endeavor that you see yourself getting into in the next 10 years? Dealing with even the carpet cleaning business or the investment group, or what's your goals with going further from here on out?
Um, I see myself moving into real estate investment. That's what I'm gearing up for, at the moment. Um, I'm a crypto investor. I got in on crypto pretty early on, and really it might have been late to some people, but however, today I'm definitely early compared to other people. So very thankful for that. I enjoy farming, so I like to grow vegetables and fruits. So I see myself, being able to do some things like that. Um,
So you got vegetables and you got a garden going on.
yeah, man, a farm. My house is a registered farm.
Wow,
Hmm.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
So,
How long you been doing that?
man, my house has been a registered farm for, I believe, about this may be the third year.
Oh
Um,
man,
I've probably been into farming. This may be, I mean, really getting more and more into it year after year. This may be maybe the fifth year. No, no. This may be like the sixth year. Yeah,
man, that's
this may be about the sixth year. Um, but yeah,
man,
just
that's where it's at. That's where it's at, man. Even you ever thought about even selling some of the produce?
absolutely. That's why I registered my house as a farm. Ultimately, as I get my skill set better, I am going to sell. My what I produce. Yep.
It's gonna be, oh man, it's gonna be live. What you
Yes.
think about the Avondale grocery store? What you think about that? How do you feel that that's gonna impact the community?
I think it's a beautiful thing. Um, I think it'll definitely help out the community. Um, so I think it's a beautiful thing that they put a grocery store there. I hope that they continue to support the brother and allow him to put more grocery stores in other locations. So uh, I wish the brother all the best, and I hope that they continue, that all the people who came out and you know um, made videos and bought the store out, that they keep buying the store out. I hope they put millions of dollars in his pocket.
Man, man, that's really what I'm thinking. Like, we should move forward to even just having our own grocery store, but even having our own farms. You know what I mean? And then even networking in that nature. You know what I mean? Because like, to me, that's what this channel is even about. I know a lot of people be in or out of the Bible, but that's one thing that I read all the time is Jeremiah 29, the 29th chapter, and it tell you to grow your own food, plant your gardens, and eat the fruit thereof. And I mean, it's just a beautiful thing that's something you actually put into place. You know what I mean? Because to me, that's like growing your own money right there. You know?
Yeah, you can liken it to what I've been talking about having to call your customers. It's tedious and it takes hard work, and that's why people don't farm,
Right.
because it does take hard work. Yes, it's not going to be just drop a seed in here and it'll grow. No, you will grow and it'll be a disease on the plant, a bug done drop. You got to actually take it seriously.
Right.
And it's easier to sit in front of the TV and watch a TV show for an hour or two than to spend an hour or two out in your garden or a farm. And I'm
Right.
saying it because I know this for myself. I'm on a constant fight with self, as everyone is.
Right.
And my desire is to do the things that I mentioned when you asked me where I see myself in 10 years. That takes some dedication and some discipline, because I'm growing something. These are like uh, things that are very, very important to me. So yeah, it takes some hard work. It really
Man,
do.
man. And like I said, man, it's just amazing the amount that you're getting yourself into. And even like I said, since I met you, the stuff that you even done, like started you a garden. Like I said, you had the investment group, the business, and things of that nature, man. It's just a honor to even be, you know what I mean, meeting somebody that's like that, because most guys out here, they ain't even thinking about a farm or a garden and things of that nature. So, man, so like I said, we winding down to the last 5 minutes. Is it anything that you would want the people to know about Priority Carpet Cleaning? Also, is there any chance of them getting in contact with you in case they might be wanting to get into the carpet cleaning business? Maybe they can pay you for a course or a mentorship or something of that nature. And, basically just getting the people to see, how they can get to interact with you.
So I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook at Priority Carpet Cleaning, or you can send me a email at prioritycarpetcleaning513@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to, answer any questions, offer any advice. And if, somebody was serious, about it, and wanted to move forward, then yeah, I would, we work something out. We can put something together. Like I said, me and Shannon, that's something we've been talking about. It's a young brother. He's doing his thing. I gave him some advice, and he running. He actually he doing a real good job. Yeah, he doing a real good job in the carpet industry, no doubt. And I just let you know, it's so much money out here for everybody.
Right.
Because everybody stays somewhere. Everybody lives somewhere that potentially has carpet and furniture or floors that need to be cleaned. So, yeah, I'll be all for it. If anybody had any questions, they can send me a direct message, and I'll respond back to them and see what we can put together.
All right, cool. So basically, I'm gonna put the link and all the information that you was talking about. I'm gonna try to put your other information in the link and in the comments and stuff like that, so that people are able to reach out to you. But like I said, man, it was an honor and a pleasure having you on here, man. Like it ain't too many brothers out here doing what you doing. You know what I mean? You actually out here in the field. You actually living what you preach. I never met a man as humble as you, man. So, like I said, honor and pleasure having you on the Jeremiah 29 Foundation podcast. And I hope to have you back on maybe in the next 2 years to see, where the progress is with, the priority. So, like I said, anybody that's watching this, if you know anybody that's not doing nothing, just chilling or whatever the case may be, maybe they can reach out to this brother and put them on a journey to be able to make a living for themselves and take care of the family that they got or trying to start. So until then, do you got anything else you want to say to the people?
I would just say, as a final thought, as a business, build up a good rapport, good character, and build trust. A lot of homes that I go into, the people leave me in their homes. They're gone. I come in, they leave, or they give me lockbox code. And this is like 80% of my business. People are not there. I mean, they're like leaving. And they leave because I built up trust and they know I got good character and they're comfortable allowing me to do my job and know that I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. So that's something that humbles me, that I have noticed and experienced over these past 10 years. So if you are, and no matter what you're doing in life, build up some character, build up some trust and a good rapport, with the people you care about. And I want to thank you, my brother, for allow me to express myself and have me on your broadcast, man. I really appreciate it. All praise to you, my brother, no doubt.
Man, thanks, man. So on that note, guys, like I said, we're gonna put the information in the comments and everything. Make sure y'all reach out to them. So until next time, peace.
Peace.